to storage. Cool. To be given to these guys. And they'll have to be deployed before they would be fully trained. Pre-deploy, and then they'll just keep exercising. Honestly, I set so many divisions in Norway before it only cramped the supplies, and I ended up attacking way before. What else can I do differently? Given the urgency of the situation in China, I'm currently working on infrastructure that isn't immediately going to be useful. I should probably buy one thing of steel. You know what? No. Because I do need to get more. I don't need factories for support equipment. I'll leave it be. What else? What else? Still screwed this up and saved it, and I should have done. I did Signals Train before naval reform. Should have been another way around, way back. Got the doctrines I'm going to be doing for a while. There's Tantuba there. See if there's anyone I could sign stuff with. It didn't. Why is it selecting the comment of Catalonia? I'm trying to select the comment of Anglia. Well, this is the branch for Joe, so if I send him stuff now, he should be able to accept it. Military access. Joe should end up accepting that. Let's do this so I don't forget. This doesn't actually trigger instantly despite that sound. Cool. May even want to buy some equipment to send to China to stabilize that situation. Rifles, they're cheapest, and China's got lots of, well, surprisingly large amount of manpower. We got infantry equipment too. Nope, just basic. Sold by, or I pulled that off the market. It's still showing up. Rifles. Buying from yourself would be weird and buggy. The Karelian People's Republic. Or Tuva, or the Mongolian. Xinjiang. It does matter a little who you buy stuff from. Let's see, Estonia ends up going communist on their own, so Estonia wouldn't be bad. But Xinjiang probably actually, well, may not join. It would join China's faction, but not Norway's. Okay, so I'll buy rifles from Estonia. Not a lot. To get 4 factories, and it can bug out if you do all at once. Put 3 factories on that. Guess After starting rock artillery, I might put the last one to steel for a little while. Cool. And all this Spur Plus equipment will end up going right to Nor UKMP setup. I'm just gonna, I don't like overwriting stuff to Norway's because I'll eventually swap to playing Norway in this branch. So this is the branch for the multiplayer save with Joe, hopefully tomorrow, unless he wants to Age of Wonders 3 instead, or he's too busy. It's prepared as it's gonna get. Oh wait, maybe I want to promote one of the generals too. Fuzzy Bean, whatever. This is before I start giving out field marshal promotions to most people. I do have some though. Let's see. These two. And flexible strategist, trickster, flexible commando. I guess I had fewer here, and I have a third. I eventually acquired. Oh no, here's a fourth. Why does he not show up here? Stop. Oh, because his skill was reduced until he. Yes, this was after I got all four. Hmm. I didn't have the harsh leader yet. This guy is cautious in his commando. Eventually, Swedish aircraft do show up in Norway, so I will want commandos for their camouflage specialty. It makes a decent field marshal for entrenchment. And this guy can probably don't actually want him in Norway because, yeah, let's remove that one. It's the Syrian theater. There's not going to be more than one. Less complicated UI. We'll wait some with the field marshal can get camouflage right at rank 1. It's got one guy here. Get camouflage. This guy's a backup. If the other gets injured or something. More likely in desert area that they get sick. Less here. Not really going to have any home troops. I'm just going to send all my generals up there. So this guy can eventually train. Cautious trickster. Meh. Low rank, they don't. If Joe joins the faction, I gotta remember he can provide some serious naval bombardment, so Invader becomes a much more useful trait. Old Guard, probably going to be using it to attack on the Norwegian coast. So career officer, this guy. Boom. And soon I'll have 15 command power for giving these guys probably camouflage and offensive doctrine. Maybe this guy as well. I really didn't do enough offensive doctrine before. Well, no, then I wouldn't have a probably defensive. Where is he? The guy's still getting used to the duties. This one, Mustafa it being a mod, probably becomes a defensive doctrine. So one field marshal has that for, max entrenchment. And yeah, maybe this it's offensive doctrine, and if he ranks up, he gets camouflage expert. The extra attack is probably more important. How much is this? Oh, that's 50% damage reduction from casting. Well, the air superiority bonus is very small for the suite. So yeah, no. 2 offensive doctrines, 1 defensive doctrine. Here. This guy already has a unyielding defender, which make him a better general when he's defending, because increases the chances of rolling counterattack, but you have to have a skill advantage to roll counterattack. Trickster also increases the odds of it, because it's one of the better tactic matchups. So when counterattack should be rolled, like Themi just does normal attack action, counterattack counters that, Trickster increases the odds of it. Not because it increases any specific tactic, because it gives a second chance to roll a better tactic that it will always prioritize whatever counters the current enemy one. This helps too. Boom. Since this guy's already assigned, and initially I'd just be entrenching. Digging in. Maybe even somewhere along the line instead of having the guys sit back, because if they fight, they do take some pressure off the Norwegians. May help them to push a little themselves. Probably be faster moving in the multiplayer than the single player, especially if Joe joins the faction and sends some troops. So, all right. This will actually be the Norse theater. So all these guys will be sent to Norway. These 4 divisions aren't too heat acclimatized. This one's going to be less when it gets, well, maybe not, but it's actually lost them. I didn't gain them. But none of, this is the worst, this one, but this should be renamed. This is service shorter than training, except training is easier to. All right, these are all training really. First, let's give them proper names. Second, third, and fourth. Boom. I said a boom, shikaboom. I guess I'll overwrite this once. It'll probably not be an issue. All right. Well, hope you folks enjoyed this little setup. Tune in again, I guess, next video where I'm going to be actually picking back up the other save. It's further along in Norway, the single player, and playing some. Probably talking about, where is it? The Aral Sea. It's in Kazakhstan, modern day Kazakhstan, isn't it? Right, yeah. Which dried up due to overuse of the water of the. There's actually a river that feeds into it, not shown here. Overexploitation of. There's the Caspian. There's like, call it something, or maybe it was. No, that doesn't look like the Aral. Actually, there is. I don't know my geography as well as I used to. But yeah, unless it's been removed. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was very close to Caspian. This is the Aral Sea. Uzbekistan was partly responsible. Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, they overexploited the water that flowed into it for irrigation. The Soviets had actually set up some of these irrigation projects, but they set strict limits on how much water could be used. And they also limited pesticide use because they knew there was nowhere for the pesticides to go but into the Aral Sea. And when the Soviet Union collapsed, these countries just completely scrapped the water use limits and completely got rid of, deregulated the use of pesticides and synthetic fertilizers, and it just completely killed there. Also made it extremely toxic, which meant that not only was it continuing to dry up because that was already a problem in the Soviet Union and faster because they were using more water, but it was very toxic because of all the pesticide fertilizer accumulation. And now it creates these dust storms that like kill people when they breathe it in, that blow. It's a climate disaster. Probably talk a little more about that in my next video because that's an interesting thing. And I'm thinking about the Soviet Union and trying to stop them from not existing in this version, although they probably can't be saved except in the multiplier branch. Anyways, I wish you all the best. Maybe Trotsky can lead in this branch. Take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead home. Until next time, it's Northstar. Adieu, and best luck to you all.